Right, hopefully we should be going live now. Again, just wait for it to refresh on my second screen. And as per usual, playing in the daily superblitz arena here on Lead Chess. You see 30 seconds to go. My start rating is 21.33. So anything around that at the end, or a 50% score, would be doing pretty well. There's always a lot of strong players in this one. We have a GM in this one today. So it's going to be a tough tournament. And again, I'm planning on playing 10 games, maybe an hour. Let's just see how it goes.
6, 5,
so good luck, everybody.
4, 3, 2, 1.
I've actually got my sound set all right today. So 2, 1, 3, 5. Good luck. Okay. Tempted to go forward. Am I dropping any blunders? I don't think so. Maybe he's got knight takes and I have to take back. So I've dropped a pawn. I have actually, haven't I? Yeah, he sees well. Does well to see that. Well done. Makes it an open position though, so it could be interesting. He comes forward, okay. So let's go forward, try and gain space. He takes first. I'm just going to go with the bishop and drop back, I think. He's going to play knight across, so let's drop back. Okay. Where do I want the queen to go? I'm not sure yet. I think I'm just going to shuffle the queen across and try and get forward somewhere, not sure where. Then maybe jump across. Let's go forward. Of course, having lost a pawn early, I'm just effectively gambling everything now. Maybe the other rook across, maybe just target the pawn, or maybe try and go this way. Yeah, he comes in, so he kind of pushes the rook across. I guess he's got pawn down, but it does kind of weaken the king ever so slightly. Knight takes. Okay, I'll take then. Knight down. I can maybe take the pawn. So we're hitting 2 pawns. So queen across pinning the rook, so there's a dangerous threat there. I mean, I do have check, but I don't see what I gain. I'm just going to play pawn up, give the king a square, try and stop the knight jumping over too easily. Okay. Now do I grab the pawn? I might as well try and grab the pawn while I can. Then maybe just go back and try and get the check in. Obviously, alternative maybe king up to free up the rook. Yeah, the knight's moved, so again it's getting dangerous. Now king up, I'm threatening to take the pawn. He might have to put the knight back where it was there. Then what, can I risk running the pawn? He comes forward, so he just ignores it. So I might as well take then. So I can go with the rook, he's going to have to come forward, take forward, check. It feels like I should go with rook. So we hit the rook, but is there a checkmate threat? I mean, at the least I should be able to pin the queen. I might be able to get a check this way. I'm up on the clock, so I can take time here. So bishop check looks good. Knight blocks I just take. King across. King can't go across. So if he blocks, I think I'll just take. That should be good enough to win. Maybe I've even got pawn up actually. Wow. Felt like I was struggling there, didn't it? But got a very good win. Very good. Wow, some players have already won 2 games. Oh, it is a GM to be fair, one of them. Let's see, I'm planning on playing 10 games or about an hour. Something like that. Okay, B3, I think knight up is okay. So it's kind of similar position to the last game, but in reverse. Now, do I want to try and break forward? Actually, let's play forward. Okay. I'm just going to go right back there. Maybe just push forward again. Okay, I can still play that because the knight's protected, but if my knight moves, the bishop hangs. Do I go forward? Up. Takes, he takes the bishop. It's not quite so easy. Pawn up takes. Knight takes, he takes the bishop, take the knight. Yeah, it's not quite so easy. I'm going to play h5. Look at the time I've used here though, that's terrible. Obviously I don't have to lunge forward, this is the move I'm looking at. Okay, I think I can take there. So now when I got queen up, threaten mate. Ooh, maybe he's got a defense, he's lucky. He's lucky, he's got bishop over. Wow. He's very lucky there. Might as well go forward and bring the king up, I think. I don't see any reason not to. Obviously he's going to push at some point. I don't see how I can actually break through. I think I'll take and bring the king up. Try not to get my bishop trapped, of course. Hits the rook. Okay, I'll shuffle across then. Oh, I can't play rook down because of the bishop. Still can't. So let's just drop back. Maybe try and get across onto this file and target this pawn now. Yeah, rook over threatens this if he pushes. Plays across. Let's throw in a check. So takes. I guess I have to take. I'm so far down on the clock, aren't I? I want to try and bring the king across and just try and free the bishop up this way, but yeah, I'm so far down on the clock, this has to be lost, doesn't it? You would think. Oops, have I just walked into a checkmate trap or something? like a self-mate. Yeah, there's nothing I can do here. No, I don't even have any good moves, do I? No, just give him that one, just get on with the next one. I was way too slow in the start there. Just get on with the next game, so 2096, good luck. Okay, c4. Knight up. Okay, I know knight up is playable here. I think it's a6, knight takes, bishop takes, takes. Yeah, I know knight's playable. I think you play a6 or c6, then knight takes, and then takes. It's fairly simple. You mustn't pre-move just in case he plays something else, like pawn forward, of course. Let's drop back. Okay, goes back. Play bishop up and just prepare to play rook across. Let's go e4. Hold on, let's go pawn forward because we've got the bishop on the nice diagonal. Plays forward. Okay, I think I'll just castle that. Maybe bishop in just to gently pressure the pawn. I think I'll play that. I'm just going to try and edge the pawns forward. Forward again. Okay. Don't particularly want to trade the queen, so let's just hit the pawn. And now we have to work out a plan. Hold on, what's wrong with queen up here? It feels a bit awkward putting the queen out of play, but I'm trying to keep him tied down a little bit. These squares are all covered for his queen. So he comes forward anywhere. There's no check. Maybe I just drop the knight back here then. Man, it means losing a pawn, so I'll probably best have to trade. So again, not the best position. Oh, my knight hangs there. Okay, so I guess I just drop back and back. He might play knight forward immediately there, he doesn't. Let's go forward then, hit the bishop. I'm aware my bishop is a bit blocked, but actually it's a lot blocked, isn't it? It's a lot blocked. I should have dropped the bishop back first, but it's a kind of relatively poor position now. Let's drop back. It's that pawn I lost early on that's maybe going to cost me here. Gain one, lose one. Don't like the look of that. Let's just drop back. Again, just see if we can gain some space. So pawn forward, takes, takes. Knight down, I can't defend. Okay, let's drop back and trade the knights. I'm just going to go up one there. Again, I'm happy to trade the knight. I don't know, I could bring a pawn forward, couldn't I, if he takes? He doesn't. Let's go up and try and pressure the pawn. Yeah, if he takes, it must make sense to take this way. Oh, I've trapped my bishop in. How have I done that? Although, maybe I can push the pawn. A little bit lucky there, but actually his bishop is kind of trapped as well, isn't it? Potentially. Well, there's a pawn. Yeah, if I can protect this pawn, how does his bishop get back out? He can definitely create a passed pawn, well, that's a problem. Up and down maybe. So now can I go back, but then he gets out? Oh, maybe I can go this way. I can't actually stop this. I can't actually stop this. Well done. Interesting game, well played. Wow, look at that. 20 points already. So 1842, good luck. You see a lot of games. Okay, we've already played this. Queen up. Now again, knight up is definitely a right move here. Normally, bishop up is the move. You trade and then grab back. I'm going to play it a bit more sensibly this time. Knight up and then pawn up, I think is pretty standard. You just try and stop the queen coming in first to force the endgame. Now we can take and double his pawns up there. Ah, he doesn't trade the queens, interesting. So I'm just going to go up one. Try and obviously go up. He'll play knight across, then knight over. He stops that. Okay. I'm actually going to play across. So we're threatening to take and hit the knight. Goes back, so I could still take, but I don't think that's really worth it. And where do I go? Let's go here. Knight over, I can just drop the queen back. Or maybe queen f3 looks sensible. Yeah, let's just drop back. I'm pretty sure he won't take here. He'll bring a pawn into the middle if he does. Pins it, but I don't mind that. Again, I'd be very happy to bring a pawn across, which he's allowed. Now I need to get my bishop out somewhere, either pawn up and across or shift the queen. I like the idea of going on this diagonal, I think. So I get a tempo hitting the pawn. Oh, so he wants to come in and checkmate me, that's not very nice. So I guess f3 is forced there. So maybe queen up and across might be kind of forced. A lot of moves I'm going to have to waste to do this. Pawn forward, I'll just take the knight. Yeah, queen goes back. I'm going to put the rook on the open file and maybe bishop up. As long as I'm not getting checkmated, obviously I've got some chances. So again, he wants to come forward and in, I guess. h4 is a move, but I think it weakens my position. I think rook forward, and I can give him something to think about, hopefully. So knight check, I don't think it's actually a serious threat. I think I can just step up. Knight check, I can take, I think. So I'm going to grab the pawn. I think knight check, I just come up and hope I'm not missing a tactic. Knight check, I think I can take. If pawn takes, the rook hangs. Let's just see what he does. Yeah, queen back. Okay. I guess pawn up is playable, but he's still got check. I'm going to play king up so he doesn't have a knight check. Rook across. Can't I just grab the pawn now? I don't think he can get away with wandering the rook down somewhere. Well, he's tried it. He's tried it. So I've got check. Rook. Yeah, I'm going to hit the knight and try and force it back. So now I'll check. Actually, if I take the pawn, he's got knight check winning the rook, so that's not good. Okay, let's pin the queen and go for an endgame. He may be risk f5, he doesn't. Oh, the clock, I've just seen the clock, oh my goodness. I'm in trouble again, aren't I, with the clock? Try not to drop this. Oh, I can't protect it, can I? What have I done? I'm just lost. I'm just straight lost. How have I done this? I have no idea. Oops, I actually meant to take there. I wasn't trying to push there. Wow, managed to flag him. Somehow managed to flag him, but I was lucky, wasn't I? Right, 2147, good luck. Okay. Let's just play knight up and rook across. Okay, maybe trade that bishop. Oh, he steps over. Okay, so I'll push. Okay, he plays forward. I think it makes sense to take and then push. Oh, he goes with a knight though, so I don't push then. So let's play bishop up. Knight takes, I just take back. Actually, let's take there. Then push and then potentially knight forward somewhere. Okay. Let's just take. I guess bishop takes. He goes with a knight, so I'm hitting bishop, but that's no good. So just take. Oh, he's got a discovery, hasn't he, though? If he takes to the bishop, I go across. He must have a discovery worth playing here. My queen is facing a discovery. Maybe he just goes back. Let's just see what he does. He just pushes the pawn. So if I take, he's obviously got bishop takes winning an exchange, so queen across, he's got bishop up. That's no good. Maybe queen up. I guess I've got to play queen back there. Queen up and he had bishop up. If he takes now, I take the queen, so he pushes. So it's not looking very promising, of course. Maybe bishop up there to hit the pawn, threaten to take. Okay, just comes in. So what have I got? I've got rook up. I've got rook up or knight, knight there. I don't like the idea of moving the rooks off the back rank. There is a pawn we've got there. But queen up, has he got rook down? I'm going to go for it. I'm going to try and pressure the pawn here while he's on this side. Maybe queen down to target the pawn. Just grabs the pawn. So can I actually take? Take. Check back, knight across, or rook up. Obviously he's threatening to simply queen. I can't actually easily stop it, can I? I think I have to play knight back to cover this. I want to just take the pawn, but I don't think I've got time. Yeah, I've not played this one too well. I really needed to take the pawn, then rook up and across, and there's no time for that. Let's just drop the bishop back. If I play the knight back, it's just like a wasted piece, isn't it? But I might not have any option. Plays across, so queen over. Again, can I take? But I've got nowhere to attack. Let's just play queen across. Maybe he can play queen down and actually sack there. If I grab the pawn, queen takes, rook takes, he just queens. Just plays bishop back. Rook down I don't have to take. Oh, actually, maybe I do. Yeah, rook down I can take. If he plays rook down, I think I can just take. I'm threatening just to take the pawn as it is. So I'm still threatening to take the pawn as it is. Oh, can he just take the knight? He can just take the knight. Oh, no, he can't. I'm covering the back rank. I don't believe I've messed that up. I've lost the piece as well. How did I mess that one up? Oh my goodness. How did I mess that up? I should have won that one. He did very well though. Well done. But I should have won that game. So I've got a whole 5 points to the leader's 32. So I might not be quite winning this event, I don't think. That's very impressive, isn't it? 32 points already. Right, 2181, good luck. Okay, he's gone berserk now. You can see I've beaten him 2 times before, and it's probably because he's gone berserk twice before. I honestly don't remember that though. Again, I don't remember the theory here either. I know generally in these structures you need to do something like take the pawn first. Right, so just try and castle. Okay, losing a pawn, but that's not the end of the world. Let's go forward. Can maybe check. We're threatening a check both places. Right, the knight's still got squares, so do I want to trade? Now I can take with a pawn or the knight. Okay, he doesn't take. So I guess I'll trade one. But again, I've just given him a free pawn, haven't I? It wasn't clever, was it? Let's just play a holding move. He goes back. Knight in. Pawn up, I guess he's got pawn down. But it does weaken this though. I'm going to play across and try and get rid of that bishop. So I'll do that. Now maybe I can go forward. Knight in might not get back out. Right, so now let's try and pressure this pawn if we can somehow. Yes, he's still gone for the same idea. So pawn up takes, takes. Doesn't quite work. So I've got to give him the pawn. Okay, he ignores it again. Guess I'll just defend the pawn. Maybe I should have put the knight there first. Actually, can I double up here? I'm going to try and double up and go after this, I think. So pawn for pawn. Okay, I guess I have to take there. Why did I trade that? I've just traded off my winning piece. What on earth was I thinking? Why did I trade off the winning piece? Wow, I should have won that one as well. Straightforward win on the clock, then I traded off my winning piece. What was I thinking with that one? Wow. So 6 points against 37 points. I'm not quite going to beat that. Okay, 1929, good luck. You see 13,000 games, so legit rating. Okay, I'll play G3. Queen up, that's unusual for an early move there. What's he trying to achieve with queen up, I'm not sure. Queenside castling. just threaten to take. Knight in, not too fussed, just push. And I could take with either knight actually. Let's go this way and trade the bishop. Okay, just push. I'm going to go with the f-pawn, very unusually here, because you're going to let the queen in at some point. Right, now I'm going to take. I'm just going to try and go up and forward if I can. That's an annoying check. Yeah, if he takes, I get a tempo hitting the queen. Now I'm going to try and chuck the pawn and queen up. Again, I've not played this too precisely though, but taking risks, and they are risks. Of course, he's got queen back and down. That's probably what he should be doing. He hasn't though. Actually, that looks very strong, doesn't it? He had queen down there, very tough to defend. Okay. It's still what he's probably looking for. I maybe might have to play rook across or rook up and down. I'm going to play rook up just so I can drop down and support the pawn. Then I'm going to try and plant the knight forward. Knight in. Okay, it's not easy to drop back here, of course. Ooh, he's got a knight check, hasn't he? Wow. I guess I have to drop back. I've got into a terrible position. How have I done this? This takes some achieving getting a bad position like this, doesn't it? Queen now goes across. Knight over, knight takes, rook takes. But now he's given me the chance to potentially get up, but I guess he can play a simple rook across. So I need something more. Okay. Well, that forces me to take. Check doesn't work. Yeah, this is just hopelessly lost. I've played a shocker again this game. Absolutely terrible. Check, queen blocks, I can take. Oh, well, I can't even take. I'm going to have to just take and take there. I'm aware he's got rook check, I have to go up. Rook check, I can grab the bishop. I need a miracle to get out of this one though, don't I? Need a miracle for this one. These things happen though. You can't beat yourself up when you play poor games, otherwise you just lose to literally everybody. Yeah, queen across. Knight check, the queen can just take. Maybe I can grab a pawn. He takes a pawn. Oh, his bishop hangs actually, doesn't it? So I can take the queen and grab the bishop. Now if I can keep both knights, I'm back in it. Well, there's a pawn. And another one. And another one. Oh, I've given him rook up though. Well, maybe I've got to check. Oh, actually no, rook up I've got to check this way. How do I do this? I think I have to keep checking him. I can't afford to lose these pawns. Knight. I've got to somehow shovel that king away, but I've got to try and get this. So I'm going to support the knight and plant it there and hope he doesn't win the pawns. Now maybe I can go in a bunker, then his king won't be able to come in. But his king has come in. I've got knight... Oh, the clock. The clock, the clock, the clock. I have to play across. Yeah, I'm just lost on time, aren't I? Oh, he's blundered. Wow. Just make certain I can't lose. Wow, I got a miracle. I needed a miracle and I got one. Wow. He will be kicking himself there. He should have won that one. 8 or 9 times out of 10 I'll lose that. I didn't deserve to win that one. He played a terrific game there until he made a mistake at the end. Well done. Did very well. I guess that's why you just don't resign completely lost games when you're playing Blitz or Bullet, because anything can happen. Right, 2033, good luck. I'll play Sicilian now because the Caracans have not gone so well today. The D3 line. Okay, let's just play an end game. Oh, he goes for a real attacking line. Okay. Got to be careful with this as well. If he plays this a lot, I could be in difficulty here. Yeah, just give him that pawn back, just get castled. Just develop the bishop. Then rook across, just try and push up, just simple. He plays knight forward, okay. Guess rook over makes sense to threaten to push then. If the knight moves, the pawn's gonna fall. Whoa, he hits the bishop, okay. Gain a knight, lose a bishop. You just take the pawn. Let's just take it. Of course, he can push the pawn. I need to find a square for my knight. I can always go out wide, support the pawn. Knight across, he just takes. Knight down hits the bishop, so that gains a tempo. Yeah, so hit the bishop, hit the pawn. If I get this pawn, then his king's in perilous position. He plays pawn forward, so I could actually take first. That looks very tempting. I think I'm going to do that. So we're hitting another pawn. His bishop is pinned. Maybe I'd actually grab the knight as well there, because he hasn't got a dark squared bishop. So try and double these pawns up. Okay. So take, and I can grab another pawn. My queen is hanging though, so I can't just leave it. Rook up must be strong though, surely. How does he deal with a move like rook up? Maybe I can double the rooks, maybe I can just grab a pawn. He has to defend this diagonal or I'm just going to push, so he might have to go back. So now I've got knight in. Yeah, if he takes, I think I've... Actually, I haven't got knight check, but I think I can just push. Can I even sack the rook and push the pawn there? Takes, bishop blocks. And I don't see how on earth he stops checkmate. I'm just going to do it. I'm going to sack the rook and hope he can't stop the checkmate. Yeah, just hang the rook, block it. Didn't see how he stopped that. He might have been able to stop it, but that's a better game. Right, 1845, good luck. Oops. So again, 12,000 games again, so legit rating. Let's go B3. Again, just simple, straightforward development. C6, just bishop up castle. Like this time I'm going to play rook across and maybe bring the knight round to the other side. queen over. Yeah, a knight around helps to support the pawn as well, should his bishop come up. I assume he's castling kingside. He does. Let's play rook across so we can potentially take at some point. Bishop over. Okay, hit the bishop. I doubt he'll take here, but he might do. If he does, what do I take with? He doesn't, he goes back. So again, he's tempting me forward there. He wants me to push forward. It is tempting though. Knight of... If I play a knight back, I'm kind of inviting his knight in. I think I'm going to take the pawn there first. So now I've got knight in one of two ways and then maybe bishop up. He offers that knight trade anyway, so I'll happily do that. If he takes with a pawn, I might end up giving another pawn away. He's gone with a bishop. So I guess I have to play a pawn up. He should have gone with a pawn there really and tried to grab this pawn. Or I think he should have done. Okay, bishop up and see if he wants to trade. Of course, there's still a pin on this file, so I'm still going to try and target this pawn. He's now broken that. So I'll get rid of that bishop. Goes with a knight. Okay, let's just try and trade that knight as well. Simplify the position. And then we need a plan. How do we break out? I guess we try and edge forward at some point. I'm going to play a bishop up just so I can try and push the pawns, just to support this second pawn, maybe even rook across. So my pawn's got the same problem. How does he break my position down? And I've got time here. Up on the clock for a change. I'm normally well down on the clock. Alright, so surely it makes sense to push and then try and push. Okay, he's gone across, so I guess I have to push the G pawn and try not to drop the H pawn, but maybe that's not the end of the world. It might be. It might be not. I need to try and open the files up. Yeah, he's played across. So maybe he wants queen across there. I'm just going to take the pawn. I'm going to hit the rook. See where he goes. He comes forward. So I'm threatening to take and bishop in there and just simplify. I could still potentially take there. Maybe that's dubious. It probably is dubious, that. I'm going to put a rook forward and just try and put pressure on the pawn just to give him something to think about. And try not to let him get the queen in and then sack the bishop. So say it might be worth just taking that bishop just so he can't sack it. Queen across to try and guard this. Okay. Not as fussed about the pawn as stopping him from sacking and blowing it all open. Especially given the clock situation. So now we hit the bishop. If he takes, I should be able to take back. There's a rook pin potentially though. Now bishop back, the rook hangs. Oh, I've hung my rook anyway. He can just take it. He's got a free rook. Wow. Oh my goodness, I've just blundered the rook. Just blundered a free rook. Terrible. I'd seen it as well. Okay, now he's traded there. That should be straightforward on the clock. Yeah, just purely because of the clock I'm winning this one. Wow, very fortunate, wasn't I? Game, didn't he play a really good game? So 5 wins, 2 draws, 2 losses, but I think the result is maybe a little bit better than the performance there. 2200 performance is very, very good at my level. So 1823, good luck. You see again 10,000 games, so legit rating. Now this is game 10, so it might be my final game. And I'll be off to watch the St. Louis Rapid and Blitz after this for a bit, I think. That starts in what, about 9 minutes? Should I make it interesting and go forward and just maybe allow him to bring the pawn across? He just plays up, okay. Yeah, let's have some fun and just mix it up this game, just for the sake of doing something different. Knight across. He pushes, okay. I wouldn't normally play like this, of course. I'm just playing something different here, just for the sake of playing something different. He goes with a bishop. Okay, I think I'll take it. I don't want knight in. I think I will play knight in. Which one? It's half tempted to take this way if he takes. Then push. I don't think that works though. Now, rook across. He's just got to watch this, so he should play one of the rooks across. That's what he's done. So where do I want my queen? I'm going to play queen this side. And hope I'm not blundering something like letting his queen in. Yeah, his knight comes in. Okay, let's just drop back. I might have gone a bit too adventurous this game because queen in is dangerous. Okay, let's just go straight back. Yeah, he has come forward, not the square I thought he would. He's obviously targeting the pawn. So I can take, but it's a check though. Actually, can I defend with king up? King up, rook check isn't on. Let's play king up. Bishop down, I think I can just take it and then put the king forward. Takes, and the queen check is covered by the knight. But then he's got bishop down. Okay, I think I can take that. Am I wrong? Maybe I can play rook across there, but he's still hitting the pawn. So I have to take, I think. My king can always run this way, though. Ooh, risky, but I'm going to go forward. I'm going to hope that I can run the king and maybe get the knight forward here. But this is seriously risky again. He's played rook back uncautious. How on earth do I defend this actually? Has he given me a move? Rook across and rook up while the bishop can't hit the rook, and if I get the rook up it supports the pawn and supports the pawn. Oh, he's just cleanly blundered his queen. Wow. Wow. Okay, it might be a good time to stop there. I said I'm going to play 10 games, that's what I've done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wins, 2 draws, 2 losses. But it's fair to say my results have been a little bit better than what I've actually played there. But 22-15 performance, average opponent 20-15. Very, very good indeed at my level results-wise. And my rating has gone up slightly to 2140. Let's say I'm off to watch the St. Louis Rapid and Blitz, which starts in about 5 minutes' time. So thank you very much to anyone who's seen this, and hopefully I'll be back for this event tomorrow.